I've been giving this advice for a long time. Check me out. Check out my book. I think that she kind of captured everything. What I was going to add to this is that there are now FDA approved medications and FDA approved machines that can help you with anti aging. And then also, some of these supplements matter. These supplements are not only introduced directly into your vein to help your organs, but also they need to be sometimes injected under your skin in various parts of the body, especially the aging parts. Hello, hello, hello. Guess why I came live? Because I'm getting my infusion. Oh my god, what am I doing? Well, I am doing a bag of beauty, my beauty bag, which is a bag of nutrients and vitamins and minerals that your skin and that your hair need to keep them young and save them, protect them from environmental damage and oxidative stress. Now, what is oxidative stress? Today, I was talking to earlier to a client, and we take the name, we say this word so many times, oxidative stress. What is oxidative? Oxidative stress is the stress of being alive. Oxidative stress is when you are alive and you're breathing, and that oxygen, that breath adds a little stress to your system, and that is oxidative stress. And what does it do? It causes inflammation inside your system. That's why the moment you get born, you start experiencing some form of oxidative stress as you're growing to become whoever you were supposed to be. And now, for the first time in human history, we have figured out ways to release the oxidative stress from our system. And one of a very efficient way is to do some of these infusions. Now, to remove the damage that oxidative stress will do in your system, you have to find ways and methodologies and doses of these nutrients and minerals. So I love to, does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. It actually feels like nothing. This is like an oil change for the human body. Are there any side effects? No. There are no side effects to the beauty bag. Yes, you will glow and you will flow you will flow better and you will glow and you will not fall sick, and it's like really a good place for your body to be in. You won't get sick, and God forbid if you're exposed to something you do get sick, because this cannot protect you from a virus attacking you. However, should you get a viral attack or something, it should help protect you and get you better. You're better equipped to protect your system. So it does boost your immune system. How many times a year should I take the IV infusion? So it depends on how young you are. So when you're young, your body has like a lot of reserve for different things. But as you get older, the reserves dwindle, and that's when you need these infusions. And somebody who is over the age of 40 or over the age of 50 or in perimenopause or menopausal state, they should do it once a month. But when you're younger, it doesn't matter. And I am here today because I'm going to, not only because I was getting my infusion, so I was like, it's a good time to sit and talk to you guys. I always love to talk to you guys when and create content and useful content for you guys whenever I am able to sit and do my infusion. But one of the things I wanted to do today was to read you this article that was written on me That's me. That's me. So it is like timeless advice on aging, and this was in arts and leisure section, and it is on my on it was released on my book launch, and it's so nice to look at. You know, you open the newspaper and you see your own picture on it. So I wanted to read this article to you guys, but let me just read it so you guys can see. So it was written by Deborah Skolnick. I don't know her, but she did a very good job, in my opinion, because she's a great writer. So it says, timeless advice on aging. Local geriatrician aims to change the conversation. Growing older is inevitable, but how well we age may be partly, if not largely, up to us. That's the message of Do We Really Need Botox? Handbook of Anti-Aging, a thought-provoking new book by Sofia Din, a medical doctor and geriatrician who is also an anti-aging specialist. The book is available on Amazon, and Dr. Din, who is a Scarsdale resident, will be hosting a book launch party at Leewood Golf Club in Eastchester. The book is about anti-aging and the conversations we're not having about aging, said Din. One of my missions is to help healthcare evolve into something better than what it is right now. I feel that healthcare in America, even though it's really great, is basically reduced to sickness management. We do not spend enough time in preventing diseases. We don't even train people, doctors or nurses, to spend time to really get to know the patients and help them lead their life better. Given the shortcomings of healthcare system, Din said the public must assume more responsibility for fighting aging. Consider aging as a disease itself, said Din, who owns 2 medical practices, Juvanni Medical and Global Health, in Yonkers. Right now, we have been trained that everybody is born and then they start aging and get sick and die. What I think is that aging itself is a disease, and that's what leads to other diseases. It is when your cell and your DNA start unraveling that their functionality gets distorted, and that's when we start manifesting different diseases. By that standard, dementia and cardiac disease and osteoporosis are not separate diseases, they're basically manifestations and symptoms of aging. There are certain physical and mental manifestations of aging that we can sometimes stop. The good news is that many anti-aging measures are free, she added, offering up few examples. For starters, Din recommended meditation. There is concrete research that when people are meditating, they find a state of relaxation for the brain that is extremely healing, she said. Sometimes during meditation, you or your brain gets into brain waves that are even more relaxing and good for your brain than the deepest part of sleep. I routinely tell my clients to watch guided meditations to start with, plus, there are training places around here. It heals you and restores your body at the cellular level. Getting enough sleep is another step people can take to age more gently. When you're sleeping, that's when the brain clears out all the toxins it creates during the day, Din said. I constantly have to teach clients to stop watching TV before bed and stop exposing yourself to blue light rays from your screens so you can sleep better and protect your brain. If you don't sleep well, she said, it's extremely important to meditate often since it will create some restorative environment for your brain as the deep part of sleep. While sleep and relaxation are important to anti-aging, so is exercise. I often tell people to do HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. Din said, not everyone enjoys exercise, but I say that somehow they have to find a way to move their body. The more you use it, the more you keep it. And when people exercise, they release endorphins, which are very good for their brain. If you don't exercise, the doctor added, Do sexercise. Sex is a good workout, and orgasms release brain boosting chemicals. Interested in going further to preserve your youthful body and mind? Eat real food and stay away from processed kind. Din advised. We are what we eat, and food affects us at a cellular level. She explained. Eat too much junk, she warned, and eventually you're going to feel tired and start manifesting different diseases. Din has a personal interest in that last piece of advice. Her former husband, whom she said had a poor diet, died in his mid 50s after suffering a cardiac arrest. He passed away in 2014, she shared, leaving her with a grieving 15-year-old daughter and plunging her into a world of single motherhood. Because of this, she has been informally assisting single mothers, among other things, for the last decade and recently established a foundation for single mothers. Among other things, the foundation helps single mothers get ready for job interviews by providing them with appropriate clothes and hair and makeup styling. All proceeds from my book are going to the foundation, Din said proudly. I did. When you buy a copy of Do We Really Need Botox, you'll help do good for others, all while learning how to do right by yourself. The sooner you start taking anti-aging measures, Din said, the better your life is going to be. Well, I guess she did well. Anyway, so this was timeless advice on anti-aging. I don't know. I've been giving this advice for a long time. Check me out. Check out my book. I think that she kind of captured everything. What I was going to add to this is that there are now FDA approved medications and FDA approved machines that can help you with anti-aging. And then also some of these supplements matter. These supplements are not only introduced directly into your vein to help your organs, but also they need to be sometimes injected under your skin in various parts of the body, especially the aging parts. Your skin is the largest organ of your body. It's also one of the most important organs of your body. And that is one of the reasons that preventing it from deteriorating can help you feel better about yourself. And especially when both men and women enter into the later phases of their lives, especially when they're going through menopause, when women are going through menopause and men are going through andropause, that is a time when your body naturally is beginning to pause, because that is when your time in your body is over. As far as the universe is concerned, at that time, that is your time to say bid farewell to the matrix of life and exit it. However, now we love our lives and we want to live in this realm for as long as possible. And modern medicine has made it really easy for us to stay around much longer, and that's why some of these medications and machines help you prolong your perception of self as you go through time and gravity and experience. What was your favorite part of writing a book? That's a great question. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I don't think I had any favorite part of writing that book. There were no parts that were favorite. It was actually a very painful experience to write that book. It was very difficult, but I just knew that I had to write it. It was just coming. I told people that I felt as if I'm receiving a download that I just had to put down somewhere and write it. And in those days, I was also working a lot, and I just had these ideas that needed expression. And I remember that I used to just wake up early and just sit and write, and just sit with my computer and just start writing, and it would just flow through. And then I would go to work, and then I would come back and still again write. And then I gave the book to an editor, and I think one or two editors, and when they would show me what changes they wanted to do or what they would suggest, it would just make me lose the content of what I was trying to do. So I refused to edit it because I was like, I just want it the way it is, and I don't want to spoil it and whatever. And at some point I was done with it, and I was like, just it has to go like that. But I'm not done with that book, because I do have more to add to it. And hopefully I'm still recovering from the trauma of writing that book, so that before I go to my next book, which already is in my brain, and there is one of my books that I always wanted to write, was a sci-fi fiction. It is so, and I'm almost on chapter number 13th, and I have to get back to it, but it's not, it's another thing. So I love to write. When I retire, finally, I will retire as a writer, as a storyteller and a writer. So I love to write. So please go and read the book. And if you have any questions after that about how we can, in the United States, put the concept of health back into healthcare, or wherever you are, I think healthcare should be about health and wellness, and not just the management of diseases. I am very proud of myself that I was able to accomplish it, and the ideas that were given to me, I was able to take them out, drag them out of my soul and put them on paper. And I intend to keep doing it. I started enjoying the fact that I did that almost like a year or 2 years later, but not at that time. And now I'm very good. Now I'm not. One of the things that I did when I was doing that book was that I just did it, like I put like a time limit on myself, and I was like, I will be done by that time. And I just wanted to, it was like, for me, it was a race against time. I was like, I'm going to do it at that point. But one of the things that I learned is that I don't have to race, because even though life is short and time is limited, and we should race to complete our thought and to put it out, whatever we've learned in this conscious period, and send it forth to those who will come after us. However, I've learned that instead of doing it in a shorter period of time, I should just constantly be doing it, and that's what I did. So since the last 1.5 years, I have been, instead of writing all of those things in one go, I have been writing on a daily basis. And I have to thank my team who helped me do those writings on a daily basis, and that's something that has truly helped me. As you can see, that my infusion is going very well. I can't believe that's so good. I'm so happy. How long does it take you in writing the book? I literally completed it in like a month or 2 months. But remember, the stuff that I compiled, I had been working on it for over 10 years. So it was easy, because I just took that information and just poured it out. Oh, it was hard. But now, as I do the next book, it will be much easier, because I have been like constantly documenting my thoughts. So it'll be easier to edit and stuff. Why IV infusions are so important? IV infusions are very important because some of the minerals and nutrients that your body, especially your skin and hair, need are water soluble. And then what happens is that when you try to eat this stuff by yourself orally, what ends up happening is that the food or the medications or the capsules or the pills or the whatever you take, it travels down to your stomach. In your stomach, now your stomach is like a food processor. So what it does is that it not only breaks apart all the stuff that goes into the stomach, but it also bathes it in shower of hydrochloric acid. So this acid is a really strong acid which is supposed to destroy all the bacteria or germs or the cooties that you could be putting inside your mouth. So now that deconstruction of food that happens inside your blender, which is your stomach, that destroys the water soluble vitamins and nutrients in such a way that by the time those vitamins travel down to your gut, where the gut biome is, to where the gut biome recognizes what stuff is coming down through, the gut biome cannot recognize some of the denatured vitamins. So the gut biome, your gut biome is for that tiny mineral that right now is very easily flowing into my bloodstream. Your gut biome is supposed to protect you. It is that internal border that is supposed to, it's like Great Wall of China for some of these tiny little minerals. And the gut biome doesn't open its door to things that it doesn't recognize. It lets it pass through. So what ends up happening is some of the very important minerals and nutrients just travel through your gut and end up in your toilet. Now this thing, we basically, and as you get older, the fight to stay healthy and the fight to not develop cancer and all those different things that happen as a result of a weakened immune system is that it gets harder. So as the fight gets harder, you need your defenses to be up also. So that's why IV vitamin infusions help protect you. So basically you're nourishing your system and you're replenishing your depleted resources, because as an older person it becomes like you get depleted faster. So somebody like me at this point, I like to do it like once a month. If I am not getting my supplements once a month, I'm not a very happy person, and I'm not as energetic as you guys know me to be. And I want to use, because remember, as far as I'm concerned, life is about energy. It's not just about existing. And the amount of energy you have and you are able to produce will change. And sometimes to keep that constant, sometimes to maintain the peaks of your energy, it's also important for infusion. And listen, not all infusions are created equal. Not all beauty bags are not the same. Sleeping well can help us prevent anti-aging. Yes, for sure. So when you go to sleep at night, that is the only time that your body restores itself. Other than sleeping, the other next time when your brain can restore itself is when you meditate. So, but sleep is super important, and now they have studied sleep patterns so much that they have recognized that your sleep has to also be associated with with specific timings. So what I would suggest to people is that also not only find adequate sleep patterns, but also try to make sure that you're sleeping between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. wherever you are on this planet, because that it happens to be the time zone, the time period when you will experience the most amount of restoration. So I tell people that people who are like, who can't sleep at night, then you must probably need it like more. Then you need more infusions to remove the oxidative stress. Where can I get your book? You can get it, my book, on Amazon and wherever books are sold. How much does it cost? What? My book? My book shouldn't cost that much, but I was thinking of increasing its price, because if you cannot afford to buy a $100 book, you can definitely not afford many of the things that I recommend in that book. But a lot of anti-aging is just free. So a lot of things that you can do for your benefit are free, and they're not easy, but they're definitely free, and you can do them at your own convenience. The Oh, you're talking about the infusion. The infusion is expensive. It depends on what you want to add into it. So the one that I am doing and the one that I am adding into it, this runs in my office like around $750. And I recommend this once a month to people. But there are infusions that are smaller than this, and it depends on what goes into it. So this is XQR5. So this has like at least 10 to 12 different things in it. But there are places that will give you one or two things. So what you put in, that becomes your flavor. Where can I do an appointment to visit Juvanni Med Spa? So Juvanni Spa is currently located. So I have an office in Scarsdale and I have an office in Yonkers. And this is my Yonkers office. Please, I am sitting in the lobby. Oh. Check this out. This is my office. And there are rooms right around there. If you go from here in there are rooms, and I'm at the end of my day, so I'm just like chillaxing in the lobby. But yeah, so this is the office. I'm sitting in one of the office, where I have another office also, and I was actually talking to somebody about like another office in Manhattan, going there once a month. So you never know, I might just be one day a month in Manhattan also. And so New York City is very close. Like I'm in Westchester, which is like maybe 20-25 minutes north of New York City. So we're very close to Manhattan. So I have a lot of clients who sometimes travel down and come and see me over here, and they're always complaining about me not coming to Manhattan. And life gets so busy, it's hard to go all the places, but I definitely want to go and do these supplements in Manhattan once a month. So I was really thinking of setting up a spot somewhere. And I have like a client who was suggesting that I should just come and do it from one of their locations right on Hudson Yards. So that being said, how do you ensure the safety and sterility? So these are safe. So this is like a medical procedure. So it should be done by doctors, and then we just make sure. So they're the vitamins that we get them. That cocktail is we get them made, sourced from compounding pharmacies that are in United States, and I source some of my vitamins from California, some from Florida, some from New Jersey, and some locally here in New York. And these are in my I because they are completely preservative free, they do not last that long. So if I get like the one that I placed in my bag, this usually lasts for like maybe 2 weeks. So they have to be used like you would use a steak, or the way you would use tomatoes or avocado, so I like them fresh. So yeah, they're like, when it's safe when you get it done in a doctor's office that is clean and safe and hygienic and follows the law and regulations. Is there any data or research supporting the effectiveness of vitamin IV therapy? Yes, there's a lot of data. And if you go on my website, we have placed a lot of studies that are being done. I don't know, guys, if you've ever heard of Regeneron. Regeneron was like one of the infusions companies that created infusions during COVID, and they had infusions for COVID and for really complicated COVID cases. I don't know if you guys remember when Trump was president last time, and right before the elections, he got like really sick. He was given a Regeneron infusion, and a Regeneron infusion, if you go and purchase it, it's like maybe $100,000. So that's what I'm saying, that infusions are like a way to get things to you faster, and they can range it. The price is based upon what goes inside. So yeah, their infusions can run from like very basic stuff and in low quantity, like you can go somewhere for just rehydration, which is not a very expensive treatment. That is like after a party, you can go for a hangover remedy with like a very basic little infusion, to something that is for for anti-aging purposes, that the one that I'm doing, and they are different. So yeah, you can check out the data in the comments. We'll add my website, and you can go, and there is like a lot of research from different. There are research not just on the high dose vitamin C, but also glutathione, and also like pretty much all the things that we add into it have been separately and jointly tested. But just in my office, I have been, the reason I got to XQR5 is not because I just found this somewhere. I have been doing these infusions for the past 7-8 years. So we kept developing and adding and improving it.